Hey everyone, welcome back to another crafting show with me, Avivah, your art director from the Ed Asner Family Center. Today, we are going to be making something really fun. I always say that we're going to be making something really fun today and really cute for our upcoming holiday, Easter. And Easter, in my eyes, I'm not a very religious person myself, but it's fun to just celebrate springtime and like all the new cute baby animals that are being born and the flowers and the beautiful weather that we're having. So why not celebrate it? We are going to be making something really fun that's not just for Easter as well, but you can involve it in many other projects as well. You might actually already know how to do this, so just watch it for fun if you already know. But we are going to be making our own pom-poms. And later on, I'll show you how you can incorporate it more into a seasonal craft for our holiday season. So I'm going to let you know your materials that you'll need for this project. You're only going to need like 2 or 3 if you want to make the little tool that we're using today. Okay, yarn. Doesn't really matter what kind of yarn. I have a yarn that doesn't like have multiple strands. This is just one nice fluffy stringed one. I'm going to be using another one later. You're going to be needing some cardboard and some scissors. So that is it. Those are all the materials you're going to need. So no excuses for why you can't do this project. So come on, let's do it. Let's get crafty. I have another string here. This is a nice green color that we're going to be using today for our pom-pom. And I also have a piece of cardboard and some scissors, like I've said. And most importantly, we're going to start with our cardboard, because our cardboard, the way that I've cut this out, is our tool that we're going to be using today for our pom-pom maker. So basically, the art of making a pom-pom is really just wrapping string around and around and around to make a bunch of circles, tying it together in the middle, and then cutting those loops off. And I'll show you what I mean by that. There's 2 different methods that you can use, but today I'm going to be showing you how to do it with cardboard first. So I'm going to be taking my yarn, giving myself some slack, and I am going to be using my cardboard here. I want you to notice how I cut it out. I have a pretty sturdy piece of cardboard with a slit cut through the middle. You want to make sure your slit goes pretty deep into your little rectangle. And you're going to take your yarn and you're going to use your thumb to just hold it on the top of your cardboard here. And then slowly by slowly, you're going to wrap your string around and around and around. But most importantly, you want to make sure that you have an opening on both sides, because you're definitely going to need it in a little bit. So keep in mind that the more times that you wrap, the thicker and more dense your pom-pom will be. So I'm going to give it a few more wraps here. Now I've got a bunch of loops here on our cardboard piece, and you can see that, you know, the cardboard will bend a little bit, but that's okay. We really just want to make sure that we can still kind of pull it apart slightly here, and you can still see a little bit of your opening here on this side. So now with your extra string, you're just going to give it a little snip right at the base of your cardboard. And then, so here is our pom-pom body, and now this is going to be our string that we're going to use to gather our bundle together. So we're going to cut, I'd say, just to be sure, like a foot of yarn. And you're going to start off by finding your little opening on the side here, putting that string through, grabbing it on the other side, bringing it around town, and then finding that slit on the edge here, pulling it through, and then making a tight knot. because this is the part where we really want to make sure it's extra sturdy. This is going to really hold our pom-pom together. All right, there we go. And no need to cut the ends off quite yet. We are going to kind of shimmy this baby off of here, and we're going to just slide it right off the end. You want to slide it towards the side that has the slit, the opening. Okay, just like so. And then you end up with like kind of like a little bow here. And now is the fun part where you're going to just take your scissors and go through the loops and just start snipping. I'm just cutting all these loops in half. Really want to like put your scissor deep into the loop area to make sure that you're really getting all of them. You might need to go back in, looking through the top and seeing if you left any loops behind. And you're going to want to do the same thing on the other side. So flipping it over and snipping all these loops as well. All right, so you should end up with something like this. And you can leave it as is, you know, like this, or you can take it a step further and give your pom-pom a little bit of a haircut by just kind of going around, snipping off these edges and really making sure it's nice and even, just like this, giving it a little haircut. I don't know why I said the other part was the best part, but this is definitely the best part. So now, give it a little wiggle, let all of those little extra fluffy hairs fall away, and you're left with a perfect little ball. Mine with the green yarn kind of looks like a little bit of a moss ball that you put in like fish tanks. But that is our little pom-pom here, a quick little tutorial for you. And if you are wanting a larger pom-pom, all that you're going to need to do is make sure that your piece of cardboard is longer on both sides. So keep in mind that the longer it is, you probably want to make your little slit go a little bit deeper. So just the larger the piece of cardboard, the larger the pom-pom. So you really want to make sure it's nice and long if you want a giant pom-pom. I definitely suggest doing this in an area like on a flat surface so you can kind of wipe up the excess in the end. And also, if you don't have cardboard at home, a lot of people like to use their hand, and you can just wrap it and wrap it and wrap it, and then use your fingers here. Once it's like completely finished like this, you can take your little extra string, slide it off, pinching the middle, and wrapping that string around and doing the same thing that we did before. So that's another way of doing it if you don't have cardboard, which would be surprising. You at least got some in your recycling bin. But there's so many different things you can do with your pom-pom. You can kind of lace a string through a bunch of them and make like a hanging pom-pom, kind of like door walkway thing, you know, with the beads. A lot of people do that with beads and stuff. Or you could take it a step further, like I was saying earlier, and make it into a little creature. And I made a rabbit for our Easter season. So you can really make anything out of these. I have one from a really long time ago. I made a koala out of it. But this is going to be our project today. I think it's so cute. You can really do anything with these guys, and they're just a fluffy little friend that you can put on your windowsill or on your desk. But I will see you next time for another really fun crafting video. If you have any crafts at home that you want to see on the show, you can send them to me at Avivah at Avivah at edasnerfamilycenter.org. All right. I will see you next time for another crafting video. Bye, everybody.